Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight, we are continuing reading Animorphs number 4, The Message by K.A. Applegate. We morphed once more into our dolphin bodies and swam down the river to the place where we had entered the water. We beached ourselves in shallow water and returned to our human bodies. It feels good to be human again, Jake said. Marco said, "Oh, Jake, you were never exactly human to begin with." I guess it was funny, but we were all too tired to laugh. We dug our clothes and shoes out of their hiding place. I pulled jeans and a sweatshirt on over my wet morphine suit. I shoved muddy feet into my boots. "Strange," Hack said, watching us very closely. "What is the meaning of the things you place on your bodies?" "It's clothing," Rachel explained. "Why do you wear it? Does it protect you from the environment?" "Yes, that, plus the fact that people get very upset if you walk around naked," Marco answered. There was a fluttering overhead. One of the shattered branches dipped with the sun weight. "Is that you, Tobias?" I asked. "Yes. You you found an andalite." "Yes. Tobias meet Axe. That's his nickname anyway. Axe meet Tobias. Tobias is one of us." "Sort of, anyway," Tobias said dryly. "I like this morph so much I moved in permanently." The andalite was shocked. "You were trapped?" "Yes." Axe turned his eyes on me, then looked from each one of us to the next. He seemed very solemn. "You have paid a price for the gift of my brother, Alfangor." "Prince Alfangor was your brother?" Tobias demanded. His hawk eyes glittered. I was with him at the end." "This is all fine," Jake interrupted. "But we have to get out of here, and we have to decide what to do with Axe. He can't exactly just go walking through town with us." "I think you should come to my farm," I said. "It's not so different from the dome ship. Fields, meadows, woods, all the way into the national forest land. You'd have to be careful, but it's the only place we have to hide him." "That still doesn't deal with how we're going to get him there," Marco pointed out. "It's a long walk. People aren't going to notice a big blue deer with extra eyes and a scorpion tail." "I must morph," Axe said. "Yeah, but into what?" Rachel wondered. Then, to my surprise, Axe walked over to me. He placed one delicate, many-fingered hand on my face. "With your permission," he said. I felt myself getting spacey. Not sleepy, exactly, but sort of like I was in a trance. I realized what he was doing. He was acquiring me. He was absorbing my DNA. Excuse me, but you're going to morph Cassie?" Marco asked. "Can you do that?" Axe went to Marco and touched his face. One by one, Axe acquired each of us. And then he began to morph. I've seen a lot of strange morphings, but nothing was ever like this. Axe wasn't becoming an animal, he was becoming a human being. By human being, we all knew, in some ways, a melting of the four human animorphs. His front legs began to shrivel away, his back legs thickened and strengthened. Suddenly a mouth appeared in his ant-like face. The scorpion tail shrank and disappeared. He reared up and stood erect. I think we better give Axe some privacy, I suggested. Is he going to be a boy or a girl? Marco wondered. Either way, let's turn our heads, I said. We did. Probably just in time. Hey, Axe, in the pile of clothes, there's an extra pair of boxers and a t-shirt. Jake said, put them on, okay? A few minutes later, we turned around. We all stared. Axe had the t-shirt pulled up like a baggy pair of shorts. The boxers were on his head. Okay, Jake said. A few small adjustments needed. Axe, are you male or female? I chose to be male. He stopped suddenly, eyes wide. He was surprised by his mouth. It was not something Andalites understood. I chose male because I am male. Word. Male. Is that a good choice? Choice? Choices? He twisted his lips around and stuck out his tongue. Strange, he said. Male is fine, Jake said. Rachel, Cassie, turn around. Marco and I will help Axe adjust his clothing. When I looked again, Axe was dressed normally. But he did not look normal. He was of medium height, a perfect balance between Rachel and Marco. He was of medium build, somewhere between Jake and Marco. His hair was brown with just a little of Rachel's gold and a little of my curl. His skin was the color of light brown sugar, a blending of my brown and Marco's olive, and Jake and Rachel's pale white. He was human yet somehow strange. He jerked his head this way and that. How do you look? Look, How do you look around? Ound, behind. I grinned. It was exactly like every time I first morphed a new animal. He was getting used to his new body. Or at least trying to. As I watched him play with his lips and try out new sounds, he suddenly stumbled forward. Jake grabbed him and held him. You only have 2 legs now, Axe, he said. Yes, 2. Ooh, very shaky. Yeah, we're a shaky species, Marco said. Well, let's get him out of here, Jake said. Axe, I said, don't talk to any strangers on the way home, okay? And that's the end of that chapter. And yeah, we get to encounter Axe and his mouth sounds for the first time. And yet that will be a And that will be actually a running thing throughout the series. He's going to be loving his mouth sounds even later on in the series. He just loves playing around with them, and from time to time, he'll comment on them. Well, I just loved. Hopefully, I did somewhat decent job representing them. And it's sort of funny. It, it's sort of, I guess, a little joke within the fandom that Jake is not exactly the right one of the group, even though he's the leader. He was looking at Axe and going, "So, are you male or female?" And it's like, so you don't know what the sex of the body you see right in front of you? You know, your own species? And I guess, sort of understand it. I guess just a little, because I think the Animorphs are, around 13 or 14. So, the boobs aren't going to be exactly big to differentiate the two that way. So, I guess I can get him a little leeway, but it just seemed really funny to Jake going, "Hey, are you male or female?" Shit. And if you do want to talk to me about this chapter, just comment below and just let's have a nice conversation. Remember, no spoilers for later on in this book or the series. There are just some big twists and turns I don't want to be spoiled. Saying X continues to play around with his mouth sounds is not really a big spoiler. I didn't say he plays around with the mouth sounds before a chapter where he actually uses the mouth sounds for the first time. So, but if you do want to talk spoilers with me, and you're watching on the YouTubes, in the description there is a link to my Tumblr Askbox, so hit me up with your spoilery questions or fan theories or whatever. And if you are just hearing about Animorphs for the first time in this video, and you're like, "Hey, I would really like a copy of Animorphs number 4, The Message by Kay Applegate," if you're watching on the YouTubes, there's a link in the description. If you are watching on my blog, there's a link below the video. And the links will take you to where you can buy your very own copy of Animorphs number 4, The Message by K.A. Applegate. And if you listen to this dramatic reading, you're like, "I would love it if Jash did dramatic reading of my own book or fan fiction." If you're watching on the YouTube's link in the description, if you are watching on my blog, link up above, and both links will take you to posts saying what I do, what I don't do, and my prices. And let's see. Oh yeah. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, please like this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are watching this on my blog and watching on the desktop version of my blog, please choose the follow by email option. So yeah, so the real life segment. Tonight is going to be a little chaotic. It's a little, definitely more stressful on Rev Resner's part than mine. Tomorrow he's going to go into surgery, so we're trying to settle things down before he leaves tomorrow. And so he's going to be staying at least one night in the hospital. I'm going to be spending the nights at the house. Just in the past, I have been with him in the hospital up until he goes back home. And it's really fucking stressful on my part, but I sort of wanted some alone time. And yeah. But I'm going to be spending a good amount of time with him every day he's there. It's just the night times where I go to sleep will be here. So, the Hopeful Wishes segment now. Hopeful Wishes segment is where I say some hopeful wishes and I drink. And you can join in by either drinking yourself, drink your favorite alcohol, liqueur, or whatever is lying around, or if you don't drink for whatever reason, drink some non-alcoholic beverage, such as orange juice, milk, tea, coffee. And you can also join in by commenting down below and submitting your own hopeful wish. And your hopeful wish will be read next episode. And no hopeful wish was submitted for this episode, so I'm going to make up some stuff on my own. I hope you're all doing well, both mentally and physically, so you don't have to deal with any medical fucking bullshit. Because that's never, ever pleasant to deal with. I hope Rev Resner surgery turns out well tomorrow. I hope that the chaos around here is resolved in a more timely manner than it's been resolved in so far. And I'm starting to drink in 3, 2, 1. I wasn't drinking alcohol, if you're wondering. Okay. Next video will be the final chapter of Animorphs number 4, The Message. And I should be releasing that shortly, later tonight. And until next video, goodbye.